There are moments in life when something inside you changes, not suddenly, not dramatically, but gradually. So gradually that you barely notice it at first. Until one day you pause and realize something. You no longer feel like the person you used to be. The thoughts that once felt certain no longer feel the same. The things that once excited you may feel distant now. Even the way you see the world has quietly shifted. And this realization can feel unsettling. Many people believe that growth will feel clear, that becoming a new version of yourself will feel confident and empowering. But often it feels confusing, because when you change, you leave behind a version of yourself that once felt familiar. You may notice it in small ways: conversations that no longer interest you, habits that no longer feel natural, environments that suddenly feel exhausting. And part of you may wonder, what happened to me? Why do I feel so different? This moment can create a strange feeling, not quite sadness, not quite relief, something in between, because change often brings a quiet sense of loss, not necessarily the loss of people or opportunities, but the loss of the person you once understood yourself to be. The identity you carried for years may begin to dissolve. The roles you once played may feel unfamiliar, and without those familiar markers, you may feel temporarily lost. But this space is not emptiness, it is transition. When you no longer recognize yourself, it often means something deeper is shifting. Your values may be evolving, your boundaries may be strengthening, your awareness may be expanding. And when this happens, the old version of you cannot remain exactly the same. This stage of change can feel uncomfortable, because humans naturally seek stability. We want to know who we are. We want to understand ourselves. But growth sometimes asks us to sit in uncertainty, to allow the new version of ourselves to slowly take shape. You may not yet know who you are becoming, but that does not mean something is wrong. It means something inside you is still forming, still reorganizing, still discovering what truly matters. Instead of rushing to redefine yourself, you can allow this period to exist as it is, a space of exploration, a space of quiet transformation, a space where the old self is gently released, while the new self is still unfolding. Over time, clarity returns, but it returns differently, not as a rigid identity, but as a deeper understanding of who you are. So if there are moments when you no longer recognize yourself, do not assume that you are lost. You may simply be in the middle of becoming.